I want to fight them. I think
fight them?
Yeah. Like if Stephen Miller would agree, or one of the Trump children, or like anybody in the administration, I want to fight them. God.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for choosing to hang out with your host, the Conservative Bird, and me, Double D, and you're on the Brick Road Podcast.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We really do appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out. Also, if you could, please make sure to hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, and smash that notification. It's the quick, easy, and free way to help this channel grow as big as possible. So today, we have none other than... yes, you guessed it, Don Lemon and Harry Sissons. These two went on a love fest in this interview, and I'm pretty sure they hooked up afterwards, Double D.
It's starting to look like they wanted to. I know Harry says he's straight, but I'm having a hard time believing that one after this episode.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen Don Lemon, but he kind of flirts with him a little bit in one of these clips. You'll notice it.
It looked to me like he was flirting with him a bit.
Yeah, I think he's in love, but it is what it is. It's funny though, because these people are so pretentious that they literally say, "Hey, Republicans are wrong for this, MAGA's wrong for this," and then they do it. And then they do it. And then they do it. For example, right, you're going to see it here in a little bit. You remember when we were watching the clip of where they were talking about, what's her name, buying the island, Ivanka?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what that is, Double D?
Jealousy.
Exactly. What were they just complaining? What was Don Lemon just saying earlier before that to Harry Sisson? Oh, they're just jealous of you. Oh, they're just jealous of you. Oh, they're just jealous of you. He wants to fuck Harry Sissons.
I kind of seem that way. I don't know if Harry Sisson is feeling the same way in return, but nonetheless, Don Lemon kind of makes his intentions clear throughout the whole video.
He really does.
I mean, honestly, I don't think there was a subject they didn't cover where he didn't seem like he was fawning over him like a high school girl.
Yeah,
just saying.
Yeah, even the whole man, it was just a very cringe interview, very cringe podcast.
Very cringe. I'm going to say this, audience, you tell us what you think after you see what parts we have here, but to me, it looks like Don Lemon is stretching to save his career, and I do believe he just might be in love with Harry Sisson.
Hey, he's not only stretching to save his career, he wants to stretch Harry Sissons out.
Yeah, that's true. Well, go ahead and let that clip roll, Bert. Let's see what he's got to say.
Yeah.
Is Mitch McConnell dead?
I maybe it's like a Weekend at Bernie thing. I don't know what's going on. He disappeared for like a month, and then they posted this photo out of nowhere of him in the hospital with his wife. And I thought it was really funny how they included the newspaper to show that it was like a new news.
I don't want to talk too much about this, but I never thought I'd agree with them on something ever. But it is weird. The whole Mitch McConnell thing is just very weird. Very, very weird.
It is extremely weird, and I have to admit it. I agree with Harry on the Mitch McConnell's one too. I'm not.
Paper is kind of like a live photo. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, we all thought it was going to be Mitch McConnell who passed away, but then out of nowhere, Lindsey Graham in the middle of the night. I was awake. It was like 3 a.m. and my political friend group chat just like blew up. Yeah, because everybody was like, "What just happened? Lindsey Graham is dead." He was, meant to be on TV the next day, and then he just died.
It's really nuts because I woke up in the middle of the night, same thing, and I just I just looked at my phone for some reason, and someone on my team said, "I know you're on the East Coast or something, but you need to check this out." And I just woke up. Was my husband sleeping next to me? Yes. I just flipped on a light switch, and let me show you what I posted. I'm just surprised at the things that hit. I didn't even say anything. I was being quiet because he was.
Let me ask you a question, Double D.
Sure.
What is the purpose of saying, was my husband sleeping next to me? What does that matter? Whenever we tell stories, you tell a story, you don't say, oh, was my girl sleeping next to me? Like, what? This is only something that gay people do. Like, they want to virtue signal so hard, they have to throw it out every single chance they get to let you know that they're gay.
Well, I think what he's trying to do is send a signal to Harry, too. He's
Yeah.
making it very clear. I think he's sending out the signal to see if Harry will accept it. Honestly, I think Harry deflects it very well. I do. I think he deflects it really well. He did it. Love or hate his ideology. He as a person, he's pretty slick and pretty good at, he's pretty good at getting out of situations verbally. Let's put it that way.
Next to me, and I didn't want to wake him up.
Oh, wow.
And it got like, what is it?
See that?
Like 2 million views.
Wow.
And all I did was.
Okay. Yeah.
You're a social media star, Don. You're a social media star.
I know.
You just
I'm just
pump it out.
No, I'm just surprised like that. That happens in this day and age. But for me, so usually, I am, don't speak ill of the dead, right? The old Don, like the old corporate Don. But now when I see people rewriting the history of Lindsey Graham, it really ticks me off.
Oh yeah,
because I think that look. When people say, "Oh, I'll remember how kind he was and what a good friend he was to John McCain," and blah 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 blah, that person was long gone. And then you have someone who, by every account, right, that you hear, every rumor mill in Washington was a closeted gay man.
That's right. Yeah.
And then he supported legislation that was detrimental to gay, lesbian, and trans.
Well, then that goes to show, Don, that what you were told was wrong. You moron. Do you not realize this? That if everybody was a closeted homosexual in Washington, they wouldn't be passing no legislature for what you're saying against homosexuals. That doesn't make sense.
Well, that not only that, but not every person on the planet agrees with gay marriage either. That are not gay, that are gay or not gay, not just one or the other.
Right.
There's people, a lot of people believe it's a sanctimonious thing between a man and a woman and God.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, Lindsey Graham, there was plenty of reasons people believe that Lindsey Graham was gay. I get it. And he probably was. Maybe he was. Maybe he wasn't. I don't really care because he voted the way I needed him to vote in Congress 93% of the time. So as far as I'm concerned, that's fine with me. But I'm sure as far with Donald Trump, as far as he's concerned, that's fine with him. But that doesn't mean that he could have been gay and still agreed with gay marriage. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe Don Lemon liked him, and that's why he tried hitting on him or something, and he didn't accept his passes, so he didn't like him anymore.
Who knows? It appears to be a trend with this guy, though.
Yeah.
Because this is not the first time I've seen him hit on his interviews.
Yeah.
People.
A lot of them, yeah.
I can't. And then the shit that he did with Donald Trump, I can't. So, okay, Lindsey Graham is dead. And I don't. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I never wish death on anybody.
Yeah, I'm not wishing. My thing is he's dead, which is a fact. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's my position. I'll never wish death on anybody. So, if somebody in the Republican Party dies, I will not be the person like celebrating it. That's just not.
Yeah, right. You know damn well if Donald Trump dropped tomorrow, these people would be celebrating it, saying, ha, 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 MAGA, you lost your king. Ha, 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 ha. You know damn well that these people would be doing that.
Well, I do got to say one thing about Harry Sisson and David Parkman. When Charlie Kirk was shot, they both came out and actually spoke out against that. Now, with that said, I still don't like most of the shit that comes out of his mouth, but I do believe he's telling the truth that he doesn't really wish death on anybody because he was one of the first people to send out condolences for Charlie Kirk. Although I noticed he didn't really do that with the attempt on Trump's life, though.
What?
No.
No, who knows what it is, and I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When death happens, that's about for anyone.
Right.
They're talking about Trump incognito, and that's why they're laughing. This is what I'm talking about, WD. They would not, if it was Trump, they would laugh about this and they would mock it and they would say, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, because these people are scum, these people are evil, these people are retarded liberals. They have no morals, no conscience, no soul. They are the most incompetent, worthless pieces of trash in this country. Besides the illegals.
Yeah, I mean, I do got to commend Harry. Still, he didn't get pulled into the whole.
I don't commend
on people.
I don't commend him for that's fine. I'm not commending him for anything because he's laughing right along with Don Lemon right here. So he's just lying.
About Donald Trump. I was just referring to the Lindsey Graham.
No, obviously they're not saying it's about Trump, but we know what they're talking about.
Right. They hate Trump. That's never going to change.
Right.
They hate him. And you're right. They probably wish death on him.
I never wish death on anybody. But I think you're right that when
Don does,
a political leader dies, I think it's fine to like send thoughts to their family because their family is still here, and I understand. But we shouldn't rewrite that history. We shouldn't pretend that Lindsey Graham did great things when he was alive. We shouldn't pretend that like in the past 10 years he didn't completely change his political beliefs to align with Donald Trump, and that has hurt a lot of people.
But here's the thing: he's a Republican, and Donald Trump's a Republican president. We want our Republicans to align with Trump because we voted for Trump. That's the reason we voted for him, and we want everybody to align with them. We're sorry that we're trying to not be as weak as you worthless Democrats in this country, but this is literally what we voted for. We voted for Trump, and we wanted Lindsey Graham to ride with Trump the whole time.
Well, I agree. I think that the reason we did vote for Lindsey Graham and Donald Trump and Lindsey Graham's constituency voted for him was so he could vote along with Donald Trump. And he had a re-election coming up in September, from which I believe he probably would have won. And he still would have been voting with Donald Trump. With that said, that's what he's supposed to do. Like you said, a Republican, he's supposed to vote for Republican legislation. But here's the thing about the Democrats. They got really, really comfortable for the last 60 years with basically forcing, persuading, or intentionally using fear to convince Republicans in Congress to vote their way. And the Democrats have been very successful with that. And most of it's because they were afraid of being called racist or being called supremacist or afraid of being called whatever name that they could come up with for the last 65, 70 years. So Republicans, until Donald Trump, have pretty much gone along with the Democrats. As far back as I can remember, they've always just kind of gone along with them, except for during the Reagan era, which, by the way, was still dominated by Democrats in the House and Senate.
Right. So, I believe in this clip, what were they talking about in this one again, Double D?
Which is this the one? Which one is it? It's about the
now Donald Trump. I feel has become the imprimatur of hate.
Oh yeah. This is where they talk about. They talk about comparing what he. And sorry, chat. In this clip, they talk about what Don Lemon did at that church when he got in all that trouble, trying to compare it to like January 6th, and he's acting like he's the victim in all this. It's so weird and cringe how this dude is. This dude literally acts like a Karen. He is a Karen to the T.
He's definitely a black Karen, and they actually have a name for that in the black community, their version of Karen. But I don't know what they call the male version.
Shenane.
Who knows?
Now, Donald Trump, I feel, has become the imprimatur of hate and has given people this false belief that they can say anything they want to you in public, call you any names.
Well, technically, we got freedom of speech, so we can tell you to go fuck yourself, like Don, in public.
They think I'm going to back off. And I tell them, this isn't the fucking comment section.
Yeah.
You come at me, I'm gonna come at you. And if you touch me, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Damn right. You're gonna throw hands?
Time out.
So hold on. Let me reiterate what Don wanted to say. All right, he just added words. He really wanted to say, if you come, I come. And if you come on me, I'm gonna fuck you. That's what he really wanted to say.
That's what he's probably thinking about saying to Harry Sisson, for sure. You could tell he's got a mad man crush on the dude. But with that said, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Now. I forgot what I was going to say. You cut me off before I could say it.
My bad.
Yeah, he's playing the victim right here, and I'm not sure that it's really conducive to his situation.
It's not.
Comparing himself to January 6th, really. First of all, he knew that they were coming for him. Second of all, he violated the First Amendment rights of that entire church to their freedom of religion and freedom of worship. And he went in there and literally the other 4 people, by the way, he threw them under the bus. They're still going to jail, dude. The other 4 people that were involved in Minnesota, the one dude's still in jail because he got rearrested after getting out on bond because he made accusations. He made accusations and threats. He made threats online, so he got arrested again.
I've seen that.
Don Lemon has no idea what he got himself wrapped up in with that one.
Yeah.
You're gonna throw hands?
Hell yeah, I'm from Louisiana.
Throw hands. Throw hands. Come on, let's get into it.
There's a limit to it, right? And so I don't understand why people feel that they can walk up to you on the street and say anything they want, and then when you come back at them, they are this one guy.
I remember what I was going to say. Time out again. You remember the Scottish dude that called him out on the streets of New York City, and he put that out on his own show, remember?
Yeah.
And basically the dude just called him out, called him a bunch of foul names, which all were well-deserved for Don Lemon.
Yeah.
And Don Lemon did not play tough guy. As a matter of fact, he was speechless and looked like he was about to shit his pants. That's what I wanted to say earlier, and I forgot. But now I remember.
Yep,
Don
coward.
Lemon is a coward. He is not a brave man. I'm sitting here watching this pansy try to play it off like a tough guy.
Yep, I agree.
It just makes me want to slap the shit out of him.
Yeah.
At, a comedy show, and he said something.
He's a
he
comedy
said,
show.
Are you Don Lemon? I said, yes. And he said,
that's not
like,
funny.
You fucking suck, or I hate you, or whatever. And I said, so does your mama. And he goes,
I was not.
You take that back. Don't say anything. I was like, dude, you're the one who.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Okay, some guy says to you, "I hate you," and you said, "So does your mama," and the guy took offense to that. He's lying right here. This is a complete lie. I don't believe anything this pussy's saying. Why would if somebody said, "I hate you," and I said your mama, then that means all I'm saying is your mom hates me too.
Yeah. The dude's an idiot, dude. He's full of shit. You called it right off the get. My bullshit alarm tells me right now it's on 5-star hot red alert. This guy's so full of shit that you can see it coming out of his eyebrows.
Opened your mouth and said that so you get what you get. I mean, he was offended like I had attacked him when he attacked me.
Yeah.
The caucasity.
Nobody attacked you, you lying piece of shit.
Do you know what that means?
I feel like I can
here
take
you
a
go.
guess.
Look at him now.
The audacity, the Caucasian audacity.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
here we go.
he's like
There we go.
literally,
The Caucasian
Harry,
audacity.
standing behind his girlfriend, yelling at me.
No,
so he's a coward as well.
I think it's all a lie.
What do we call when black people have audacity? The bloodacity?
I guess black.
Blackacity, like I don't understand it. Like why are people
African audacity?
Why are people allowed to have terms for white people when white people do shit? But if we were to have terms for something that a black person does, like I don't know, say hey, you're being too ghetto, it's racist. This is just insane that black people are allowed to just say whatever the hell they want about white people, but then if we were to say something about black people, we're automatically racist.
Yeah, that's just the times we're living in. That won't last forever. Trust me. Their black privilege on that one is going to run out soon enough, too. It's already running out, dude. The Democrats themselves are gearing away. Have you noticed the Democrats the socialist Democrats have been pulling away from racism and embracing classism again? That's why you hear about the oligarchy and stop the oligarchy. The Don Lemons, the Sunny Hostons or Houstons or whatever the fuck she calls herself. The Whoopi Goldbergs, who's that lady from Fox, that goofy one? The
white
what's
chick.
her name? The one who wears the glasses, not Kennedy, but the other one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know her name.
Yeah, I always forget her. The Jessica Tarloff. That's it. The world of the Jessica Tarloffs, the Don Lemons, the Sunny Hostons, the Whoopi Goldbergs, the Anderson Coopers. Their world is coming to an end. Nobody pays attention to them anymore.
True.
And so now they have to be racist themselves in order to attract attention and hooks and views and looks.
And wasn't it funny when Don Lemon first left CNN and he was about to go work at X and then Elon Musk canceled it because he started talking shit about Elon and he acted like it was over racism. Like Elon's like, no, dude. He's like, you suck. I'm not hiring you. The contract's now voided. Sorry, buddy.
Why would you employ somebody to go on and insult you on day one?
Right.
If the guy had any brains at all, if he was as smart as he wants the world to think he is, he probably should have, how do I say this? Saved that shit for a year or two before he said it and got himself the ratings needed to keep him in a job. But no, he put the cart before the horse and it fucked him. That's on him.
Sorry.
No. I've so two things. Number one, I've had my own experience, like in bars in New York City, I'll go out with my friends. And when somebody recognizes me, for the most part, they're like somebody that disagrees, they've been nice to me. They've just been like, I see your stuff. I don't align with you, but I appreciate hearing the other side. There have been a couple of guys who have come up to me and they've been like, oh, I know you. You're that liberal. And I'm like, I mean, there's a lot of liberals, but okay, sure. And they're like, yeah, I fucking hate you. You suck. And then I've said to them, I was like, okay, what are you going to do about it? And then, no. And then they walk away. And
now I will say this. I believe him. His story sounds more convincing from what he's saying.
Sounds logical. That's why.
Well, because he's not saying any specific situations. He's just giving a broad generalization of what happens. Where Don Lemon tried to get specific on a situation and couldn't give any of the proper details to make the story sound believable. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, when you say someone said I hate you, and you say back to them, so does your mama, all you said was, your mom hates me too. It just doesn't make sense. And this is why you can't trust people like Don Lemon. This is why he lost his job at CNN eventually. It's crazy. Somebody as far left, a gay black man, couldn't keep his job at CNN Double D. How insane is this?
I think insane is probably the least of the two words. Pathetic is the one that really says it the most.
No. I'm saying
it's crazy. How it's pathetic and insane.
No. I mean, how insane is it that a gay black man lost his job at CNN? You have to be such a terrible news host and reporter to lose your job at CNN as a gay black man. You have to be. You have to be one of the worst. One of the worst. For real. This is the biggest liberal virtue signaling station out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, to be a gay black liberal and to lose your job at one of the most far left news stations, that just speaks volumes to me. I'm sorry. That speaks volumes.
I think it speaks for itself, for sure. No question about it. It tells you exactly what CNN thought. CNN was like, well, you filled in the spot. You were both gay and black. We were able to knock out 2 for 1 in the quota. But he also just turned out to be a complete D-bag who couldn't get along with any of the other women. And that's another thing. He couldn't get along with any of the women on that set ever. He always came across as smug, talking down to them, thinking he was better than them.
Yeah.
He should have fucking known that in the end, those girls were going to get him canned, especially because his ratings weren't that good.
Right.
That's all it is. But
they
think that they can just come up and be incredibly rude. And I'm out with my friends. We're having drinks. We're like trying to have fun. There's no politics taking place, at least in the conversation. And they feel like they can be dicks to me. And I'm like, what are you gonna do about it? You're just gonna say it and then walk away? So,
number one, Harry, it's jealousy.
I mean, yeah.
Remember this.
That sounds like projection to me.
Hold on. Remember this, guys. Remember this little conversation for a little bit down the line. Just remember this.
It's jealousy. You are a young, successful, good-looking, smart guy.
Oh, well, thank you.
Flirting. Flirt alert.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going with the flirt again. I told you it's several times throughout the entire interview. He doesn't stop.
I fucking hate it.
Harry has to tell him that he's straight.
I know that.
Look, he even said, no, seriously, you're fucking like he's doubling down on the flirting.
Yeah, he is.
There's things about me. Look, I am, I'll just be honest. I've been very successful.
Damn right.
I don't have to work. You know what I'm saying? I do it.
Damn right.
So, and I'm in the public eye, and they feel like they haven't achieved something because you took it away from them, right? Or because I took it away from them. That's really at the bottom line. And when I call them, I say that in public to them. You should.
I don't know anybody who feels like that.
You know that meme with the lady, and you can say like all the
name one, Don. I'm calling him out. He needs to name one.
I don't know anybody that thinks like that. These people are so delusional.
That's a brain in their head. You can see it.
That sounds like they're
in their heads, and they don't know
own
what to say.
Yeah, so it sounds like Don.
I agree.
Because Harry's laughing it off, dude.
I agree
about that. But would you ever do that to someone? If someone you didn't like, would you walk over to them and go, "I fucking hate you"? I would never even do that. I just wouldn't talk. I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't. I don't even leave hate comments. I'm like,
Okay, hold on a minute, Double D. Let me get this straight, right? Did you hear what Don Lemon just said?
Yes.
Would you walk up to somebody in person and say stuff like that, like hate comments like that, right?
I don't do that.
No, that's not. Let me get where I'm going. Yet he went in the church very hateful.
Yes,
and said hate comments to these people.
And violated their First Amendment rights.
These people
literally violated their First Amendment rights.
These pretentious, smug, arrogant liberals are so fake and phony. They literally project and do what they tell you that you're doing.
Oh, exactly. And they've been doing it all along. They're just now trying to project it on us because what they're doing, the old famous political trick. Do something, blame the other side.
Yep.
Tell the big enough lie for long enough, and you'll win the hearts and minds of the people. The Democrats have been doing this since Johnson, and they've been very successful at it until now.
Me, I don't leave hate comments on somebody I hate and somebody I dislike because I'm just like, I don't have time for you. Like, I'm not giving you any thought. You're just a weirdo, and I'm moving on. And similarly, if I saw like
even though he's sitting there with a weirdo,
somebody I didn't like in public, and I'm doing my own thing and they're doing their own thing, it's like we're at a bar scene. Why am I interrupting my night to go tell them, "Oh, I hate you so much"? Lemon. It's weird. It's very strange behavior.
Because you live in their head rent free.
Well, as do you.
Yeah.
You know, as do you. More so than me.
It's crazy.
They are. MAGA doesn't like you at all. That's an honor. It's
I do agree with Harry on that. MAGA does not like Don Lemon at all.
Not one bit.
Not one goddamn bit. Harry's absolutely right about that.
The MAGA popo came to get me.
Right. Man, that was so crazy. That whole thing.
It was very well
First of all, like, is it over?
No,
it's still. That's what I thought. I thought it was ongoing.
Not over. He violated their First Amendment rights, Harry.
Yeah. Well, again, that's also a badge of honor that you get under Trump and their skin so much that they not only attack you online and in person, but they want to throw you in jail. You know, it's funny. As like Trump always, cried.
So can he say the same thing about Trump? That he gets under their skin so much that they want to rob him blind, take all his money away from him, and throw him in jail? Because that's literally what they tried doing before he became president.
I want to know why Donald Trump's not trying to, or not Donald Trump, but Don Lemon is not trying to help out the other four people who are being charged both by the state of Minnesota for violating those First Amendment rights and by the federal government. So he's sitting there talking like, oh, it's just no big deal. They came after me. It took me out of you. Dude, they didn't just come after you. Those other four people are still looking at 5 to 10 years of their life, as Don Lemon should be looking at it with them.
You don't want to put him in paradise.
Political persecution.
Dude, he is such a hypocrite.
He was actually guilty of things, and they're coming after people like Don for nothing.
Now he's flirting with us.
Drives me nuts.
Is your name E.F. Hutton?
It is not.
Do you know that thing?
Oh, my God. Someone slap the shit out of Don Lemon, please.
Oh.
People listen. So, it's true.
Dude.
Look at what they're doing. Did you you saw what happened with the New York Times earlier this week?
What a no-talent piece of shit.
Well, they are, Donald Trump or the Justice Department is subpoenaing these reporters who broke the story about the plane, the Qatari plane which is a bunch of bullshit. We could talk about that.
It's just so...
I know. And so instead of sending subpoenas or any sort of legal document to the New York Times lawyers, which is what normally would do if something happened and they wanted to sue me or they would send it to CNN, and CNN would say, we will have the lawyers take care of it, and maybe you had to go in to talk to them or give your version of the story or whatever it is. They went to these people's houses, I believe in the middle of the night, don't quote me on that, and then got them out of bed and gave them subpoenas. When they arrested me.
You know why he says don't quote me on that? Because it's a fucking lie, Double D.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't want to be quoted because he doesn't want to get sued again.
So
now he owns his own company.
Right. So this last part is
this is going to be funny.
A little mix of going to show you how jealous these people really are and how ignorant they really are.
It lasted a week. Oh my God. And we paid for it.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
But you know what's even worse? The people around him are idiots too. And maybe, well, I don't know if I would call them idiots or just they will do anything to for career expedience or political expedience, right?
Look at that coming from a guy who will say anything.
Or is it maybe Double D? They're just doing their job.
That's what I think it is. I think they're doing exactly what they get paid for.
We're sorry that we voted for this and that the Republicans are finally starting to back Trump the way they should. We're sorry.
I'm not sorry that we're backing Trump. Fuck Don Lemon. And I know what you meant. But I had to say that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I got to say it one more time. Hey, Don Lemon, fuck you.
To make themselves more empowered.
Yeah, I mean they're all like that, and I've suggested to people before in interviews. I'm like, I want to fight them. I think
you don't want that.
Them? Yeah.
No.
Like if Stephen Miller would agree,
trust me, bro. You don't want that. I boxed for 4 years.
You know what's funny? Why doesn't he say someone like Mark Wayne Mullen? Why don't you go? Go step in a cage with you're a trained boxer.
There you go.
Go step in the cage with a trained UFC or trained MMA fighter. Do it.
You notice he doesn't say his name one time, by the way.
Do it, bro. Do it. Mark Wayne Mullen. Go step in the cage with him.
Or even Pete Hegseth, whom he doesn't mention either, by the way.
Shit, go step in the cage with Cash Patel, but you Cash Patel fuck this little sissy up.
Children or like anybody in the administration,
slap
I want to fight
the fuck out of them.
You know what? That I would go pay to see on the White House lawn.
That's what I'm saying.
I would too.
Why are we doing
I would too.
the UFC event? Why don't we just settle some
but you and I would
beef?
here,
I'll take
pause it
anybody.
for a minute, Bird. You and I would go see that for a different reason. Don Lemon would go see it because he just wants to watch two white guys rolling around, beating each other, sweaty and bloody on the stage. You and I would go just to watch Mark Wayne Mullen or Hegseth beat the shit out of him. That would be great.
In the white, I boxed for 4 years.
I mean?
And if they want to, I'd get back into training camp, get in the best shape of my life, and go fight one of them.
I would do it too.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
No,
There's
you
so many
wouldn't,
people
Don.
that would do it, and you could bring in the Republican influencers. I might, since I have the idea and I came up with it, I might take dibs on Stephen Miller. That's just the one I might have to do.
I want to see this.
One of the Trump children. But I'd happily take a Republican influencer, one of these people who attacked me, you, and everybody, or members of the administration. You know, they are like, we're the alpha males. We're the dominant guys. Okay.
You wouldn't punch a girl, would you?
No.
But a girl in the White
See,
House.
Don Lemon come out with that statement.
What if they put you in the ring? And she said, "Ring." In the
He makes it clear
ring,
he'll
and
hit
they
a
said-
woman.
She said, "No, I
Yeah.
want to fight."
Oh
you."
yeah.
See, like
Harry will hit a woman too.
when I was like,
Would you fight Pam
You could tell by the way Harry's talking, he'd make an exception.
Bondi?
no, I couldn't fight Pam Bondi. You know, there's people out there that I think
All right, Christy, no.
No, I couldn't.
Does Don Lemon realize he's trying to get Harry Sisson to say he would abuse a female in public?
I mean, and you could do it on her island.
That's right. Yeah, in Albania.
Not a very good
She
liberal,
saw it
Don.
on the shelf, and she just had to.
Right. No. Right. She was in her
I saw it
yacht.
in the window, and I just had to have it.
I just had
She
to
was
have
in her
it.
yacht, and we got off, and we walked on the sand, and we just like, we have to go get this beautiful.
We walked to the top. It was so gorgeous. We just had to buy it. Fuck you. Just fuck you. Fuck all of them, man. I'm so sick of them.
And meantime, the people who like voted for them are complaining about $4.50 gas price.
Can I be
First of all, I'm not complaining about the gas prices because they're actually only $3.49 a gallon. Don Lemon's lying again.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't get it. I just don't get it, Double D. What they're doing here by talking about Ivanka buying an island is pure jealousy. You're jealous that you can't do that. You're jealous that you don't have the capital, you don't have the money, you don't have the finances to go out and just buy an island and have it not affect you at all. Be mad, stay gay.
which was the point about what you were making earlier about the jealousy when he was claiming that that MAGA was jealous of him and Harry Sisson, when the truth and reality is really it's Don Lemon who's just jealous that Ivanka can buy that they could buy an island and
Right.
he can't.
Yeah.
But also, I just want to point out something. Harry Sisson said twice he would not hit Pam Bondi. He would not hit Kristi Noem. That's probably a good thing because I believe both of those women would beat the shit out of him and Don. So it's probably a good thing that he doesn't hit them because there's a really good chance that he get beat up by a girl in public and on video.
Right. So
Christy Nome puts her dogs down. She'll put him down like a little clown, dude.
I agree. So my final thoughts, Double D, is Harry Sissons and Don Lemon, they can say what they want, they can do what they want, they can act how they want, but they know damn well they don't really want those problems.
Oh, absolutely. I could absolutely agree with that. They first of all, they're talking crap because they're on a podcast and they're trying to look tough. And watching Don Lemon flirt with him for 35 and a half minutes does not make him look tough by any stretch of the word. So I'm not sure what their point was on that because they didn't come across as very masculine men. Right. And I'm sticking to my story, dude. If it has to come down between Don Lemon or Christy Nome, or Harry Sisson and Christy Nome, or Don Lemon and Pam Bondi, and Don Lemon and Christy Nome, I'm going to have to put my money on Christy Nome and on Pam Bondi because I personally believe Christy Nome in particular would kick the shit out of them, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure. These people are soft pussies.
Dude, they have no idea. 4 years of boxing. Christy Nome's been doing martial arts since she was a kid.
Yeah. So I think on that note, we're going to end it. Most importantly, I want to thank God because without him, none of this is possible. I want to thank the audience. I want to thank Double D, and I want to thank my friends and family.
And as always, Bird, thanks for making the show happen week after week as you do. Audience, if you stuck around, thank you because you're the reason we're the reason. And I would like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for allowing me to be here to bring the message. And with all that, good night, y'all.
All right, everybody. Have a good one. Peace.